Ladies and gents, what is up? Welcome back. My name is Sean.
My name is Colin.
And we are awhile creators. And today we will be having a little bit more of a coffee table conversation, I guess. Just to chit chat a little bit.
Sounds
I heard that some of you enjoyed our last podcast where we talked a little bit about what took place, what happened between with my family, especially with insurance and having insurance and not having insurance and all that, and the reason for that long break that we took. But today, what we would like to do is we would like to do a little bit more of a catch up, I guess, with you guys, to just share with you some of the challenges we have been facing, some of the rewards that we've been that we have received, I guess, throughout the year. Some of the dangers of this job that we're in, and also for those of you, if you're interested in trying to figure out, hey, maybe I would like to explore this industry, you can do that. Reach out to us either in the comments down below, or you can just hit us a direct message and we're more than happy to reach out to you. But yeah, so right now, how many months has it been?
So far we're coming towards the end of August, so about 8 months.
8 months now.
Yeah.
Okay, and how many months have you been an agent?
So I started in February.
Okay, so
it's about
7 months.
Yeah, 7 months.
7 months.
7 months.
So, but for you, okay, so coding started in February, right?
Yeah.
But prior to that, you already had this more of like this feel of like, okay, I'm going to join the business. I'm getting ready. At that point, were you meeting people?
Yes, I was meeting people.
Yeah.
Just to just share with them. I'm going to be venturing into the industry.
Yeah.
What my friends thought, and started just trying to open up the possibilities of doing business.
Yeah.
Or getting them covered.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually just started meeting people before that.
Okay, so you started like prior to being coded and all that lah, just to chit chat with people, let them know that, hey, I'm going to this business just to prep you. So if I call you in the future, don't say no to me lah. Right? That would be the simplest form of the answer. Okay, so now being in this business, we understand that you're a part of a program.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So let's begin with the program that you're in first. So. How does this program help you, and what are some of the challenges that you face in the program?
Okay, so if you guys know that I am actually in the AIA Elite Academy, so what it provides is they provide training, incentives in terms of bonus, and also a lot of guidance on how to kind of put you on a path of success.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of the time, us as new agents come in, earning commission is not enough. So hence, the targets and the bonus that they put in there, which can be very competitive to the salary that you have been earning before that. I mean, that's for my case.
Yeah.
Right. So the transition wasn't too bad.
Okay.
For me. Because the minimum payout was what I was earning back in my previous company.
Okay, but this was excluding your commission and all that, right? It was just the bonus alone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a lot of potential to go even higher.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
Okay.
Other than the monetary bonuses, there was a lot of trainings.
Yeah.
That answered a lot of new questions that popped up when I joined the industry.
Yeah. Because you joined with no knowledge of
no
insurance,
knowledge
correct?
at all.
Yeah.
Zero knowledge.
Okay.
I didn't even know what my old policy had. Right?
Yeah. Okay, so then when we go back and look at that basic that you hit, like that monthly bonus that you hit, right? In terms of your effort to get that monthly bonus, was it similar to previously in your old job? Was it similar? Was it less effort, or did it require more effort as compared to your previous job?
Okay,
to get that same pay.
I got you.
Yeah.
So I think the effort right now is a lot more
Okay.
compared to my previous job.
Yeah.
Why? Because my previous job, I wasn't doing sales. I was doing more so people management,
Yeah.
managing expectation of my
Correct.
clients, things like
Yeah,
that. Clients were already in,
Yeah.
so I'm servicing them.
Okay.
Whereas compared to this new field of being an insurance agent,
You're searching for clients.
you are doing both, which is
right.
you're searching and then you are servicing.
Correct.
Right. So it's additional what do you call that? Responsibilities or expectations.
Yeah.
So I've been focusing a lot more on looking for clients,
Okay.
and getting the sale, right?
Mm.
And that's a fairly new area of
Your expertise at
yeah,
the moment lah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm still honing it,
Yeah.
right? Still honing it, but yeah, that's I think of the challenges so far.
Okay. Cool. So so right now, since we're on challenges, right?
Yeah.
So on top of the program that you're in, so the program that he's in, I think, really helps young and new agents, simply because, like what Colin mentioned, if you look at just commission alone, it is very, very difficult to build a commission, simply because of how the commission structure has been over the years. I think if you look at it like 20 years ago, the commission was super high compared to now. So now it's more of, you need to build your empire. So what they always say is agents that have been in the business for 3 years, that's where they see a lot more stability in the income,
Yeah.
because the income is very, very stable, which will lead to two things. Number one is you become super lazy and then you don't work anymore, or number two is you want to grow that income lah, right? So yeah, that is something, because like for myself, I've been out of this program for quite some time, and I think for me, when I first joined this industry, I would say I was at a very young age, at 25. And I think at 25, I took a lot of things very lightly. There was no seriousness in wanting to work. There was no seriousness in like, hey, this is a proper job.
Yeah.
There will be days where I wake up and I'm like, oh, I wake up at 10 o'clock. Okay lah, forget it lah. Just chill, play PlayStation the whole day. Play. That time it was like Red Dead Redemption. Play like FIFA 2020, or I don't know what FIFA lah. But it was like, let's just play, chill, don't need to work.
Yeah.
And I think that caused me to, I wouldn't say suffer, but have a realization as now that I'm older as an agent. So right now, since we're in challenges, three things you want to know. What are some of the most challenging clients that you have faced? You don't need to say names. Sometimes clients may not even know that they are challenging, and that's just the reality, right? What are some of the most challenging situations that you have been in as an agent, and what has been your most challenging sale?
Okay. So for me, the challenging clients would be. Okay. So I remember this client where we had a virtual talk, a virtual meeting. It was challenging because I think it started off great, where I was excited to educate and to share.
Yeah.
What kind of what do you call that, plan that I came up for them, right? So I was sharing, okay, it covers your critical illness, your medical, so on and so forth,
Yep.
and this is the how much it will cost you.
Yeah.
And then this client would ask, can you then prepare something else for my kid?
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. I thought we were talking about your own policy, right? But that for you, right? So I tried doing it on the spot. Thankfully, she waited. And then once it was done, I got the quotation for the kid as well. I shared it. Like I told her how much it costed, right? Subsequently, she's like, okay, I need to think about it. Then I was like, okay. I asked her who's going to be paying for it, for the policies, because typically if you are the one paying for it,
you are the decision maker.
You are most likely the decision maker.
Yeah.
But I respected her decision, so she went along to speak with her husband.
Yeah.
And told me to follow up next week. So I followed up on Monday. When Monday came, she was like, I don't think I will take up the policy.
Yeah.
So I asked, okay, may I ask why, so
Yeah.
that maybe I can, if there's any room for my improvement and things like that.
Something you
And
said wrong or
yeah, so at least I can learn, because
Yeah, understand.
I want to increase the chances of closing.
Correct.
And she mentioned that, I'll just stick to my old policy that I used to have. I don't want to upgrade anymore.
Okay.
Then I was like, okay, what about your kid? Then she was like, no, maybe my kid doesn't need it. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you see the need for it,
Yeah.
so why not, right? And she was like, oh, my husband doesn't want to pay for it.
But I thought she was the payer.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Right? So when it comes to things like that, I think those situations are really challenging.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's almost like you're so close
To getting a sale.
to getting a sale or reaching the finishing line,
Yeah.
and then suddenly the whole thing just collapses. And there's not much you can do about it as an agent,
Yeah.
because the more you push, the further
The further they go, yeah.
they go, right?
Mm.
So sometimes that can be a big challenge.
Okay, so that was one of your like biggest challenge in terms of like clients lah that
So
you
far,
face, right?
so far,
Okay.
one of my toughest experiences lah.
Okay. So like at the end of the day you didn't manage to close the deal.
No, so I tried to soften the blow by telling her, okay, you know what, I understand your decision. I think it's, you and your husband maybe need a little bit more time.
Yeah.
So I'll be here if if there's anything I can help you with, then, we can chat next time. So I just kind of closed it off in a sense.
Okay.
But for me, I'm still wanting to keep it open until
Yeah.
maybe the future. Right?
Okay.
So that's how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have any challenging cases that happened to you this year?
So this year, some of the challenging I would say challenging client slash situation
Okay.
was similar lah. Like when your client like says, okay, this is something that we can look at and all that. But then at the end of the day, the case doesn't come through.
Yeah.
But the problem was this client was overseas. This client is not
Yeah.
in particularly in Malaysian soil. And at that point, we had the ability to submit cases from overseas because we can just say that our clients are Malaysians, but they reside overseas and all that. So the funny thing was this client actually approached me
Okay.
saying that they're looking for this particular product and all that, like for this coverage. I said, okay, good. I can come up with something quick for you and all that. So once I shared with this person, I said, okay, I have this particular proposal in mind. I tried calling for an appointment, like a virtual appointment. But a virtual appointment never really took place. Phone calls, and it was a bit difficult to explain because over a phone call you cannot really see like the design of the product, in terms of the quotation and all that, right? But yeah, long story short, it did seem like a very promising case, and it was a very big case. Like it was the kind of case where you can close it. It helps you a lot sufficiently, like significantly in your production, and also in your income. But what happened was at the end of the day, the client decided to just put things on hold, and say, oh, there are certain things that's happening and all that. So now what we have found out is that this particular client may need to go for a surgery
Okay.
sometime this year. Then may affect the new policy.
Picking up that policy. you
Correct.
proposed.
Correct. So
Okay.
yeah, that was something that was a bit challenging.
Snap.
Yeah, other things also we did have. I think for myself personally, I did have a few challenging ones.
Yeah.
But not so much to the point where it made me like, wow, I just want to drop this person as a client. It's just more of like I think some of the common things would be a lot of miscommunication between myself and the client,
Yeah.
where the expectations are very different. So yeah, those are the things that thankfully not a lot, I would say. But yeah, I think for me, challenging one would be that particular one lah. I
Okay.
think. Yeah. So that is it for today. But yeah, once again, my name is Sean.
My name is Colin.
We are My Wealth Creators. Thank you so much for sticking around. We hope you have an amazing week